Nope, don't say it. No, this isn't copium. Just hear us out for a minute, okay? Every Genshin event will return. Honkai Star Rail already lets you play past events, so it's only a matter of time for Genshin to follow suit. My twin brother and I have each spent over 1,000 hours in this game, so we know how painful it is to miss an event. Like the Roses and Muskets event that we missed! Why is Ayaka packing heat? But it's fine, okay? Because we will play this event again. Oh, we all will. And Hoyoverse, oh, you sneaky Hydro-Slimes, you. We know that we want these events back, and that's why you've been dropping little hints, waiting for the time until we uncover this truth. And yes, we mean truth. No joke. Hoyoverse actually told everyone, that they know what we want. And thanks to a cat, an astrologer, and a bird, we believe they've also told us how they'll do it. And one of these clues was right under our noses. But before that, you need to understand the nature of these events. Oh, and by the way, if we pronounce any names wrong in this video, please forgive us, we're doing our best. Genshin Impact's characters and world are breathtaking, but some events, some really important, character-defining, world-shattering events, are limited. And let's take Official, for instance. Every single interaction you have with her in the entire game all come from past events that are now unplayable. So anyone who pulls for Official and is excited to learn more about her, well, you're out of luck. You'll have to settle for her voice lines and character description, which are beautiful, but this genuinely makes us so sad because Official is one of our favorite characters in the game and has such a beautiful story arc, filled with character growth.
Yikes! What am I doing? I totally broke form!
World building and some heavy themes like self-identity, parental neglect.
Amy, come on now, darling.
You should dedicate your time to something more meaningful.
Mental health, self-deprecation.
You are nothing!
And the importance of self-care and loving who you are.
Shadow seems to have returned to Official's heart, where it belongs.
Most of what we just mentioned for Official's character arc is within the Summer Fantasia event. An event where you get to travel back to the Golden Archipelago, but now completely reimagined with the 4 islands now themed off of the characters Official, Mona, Kazuha, and Xinyan. Do you understand how massive this event was? It was an entire region, basically, filled with the hardest puzzles Genshin's ever had, and just trippy gameplay where you enter the minds of each character and relive some of their memories. They straight up gave the first piece of lore Xinyan has ever had, and they gave more lore to Mona, Kazuha, and, as aforementioned, the princessin herself, Official. You all need to understand, this event had a talking squirrel, 2 talking plants, a talking boat whose quest made us cry, talking raven statues. This event had a lot of weird talking things in it. One of the statues named Ask Me for Directions Arnold, who simps for Mona, and is hands down one of the best NPCs this game has ever graced us with.
Do you have any other questions for me, fair maiden? Concerning, perhaps, my relationship status or monthly income?
No! Goodbye!
Xinyan plays a duet with with an oceanic island. We meet Shadow Official, and it gets really Kingdom Hearts-like.
Why is there another you? Is it a shadow?
I'll never be more than a shadow!
Official is me?
I'm me, he says.
That's where this costume comes from, by the way. And this event was the first ever canonical moment when the Traveler actually interacts with the Dendro Archon Nahida.
Oh, it's you. Maybe one day in the future, we will meet in another place.
And And Venti gets Kazuha blackout drunk!
This fella's drunk. But, wasn't he drinking fruit juice?
Oops, I think I accidentally placed some fruity cocktails out there. My bad. Seriously?
Like, come on, why have such a fun, lore-filled adventure where you program a whole new region and then take it all away so now... not a single soul is allowed to experience it ever again! You just have to hope you were lucky enough to hop on the Genshin train while events like this were still here. And what about future events that continue the story of these characters? Well, players won't have much context unless they read about it first on a forum somewhere, or watch a playthrough of the event online. Which is another thing. Sure, why not just watch a playthrough online? Okay, then why play Tears of the Kingdom when I can watch the cutscenes online? Why play Guilty Gear Strive when I... Why play Guilty Gear Strive when I could just watch someone else play it? Because it's fun, okay? Experiencing these events for yourself and discovering fun character interactions, that stuff can't be replaced. So much time and passion went into creating these events, creating these brand new worlds to explore, only for them to be left behind and never heard of again. But why? Maybe it's the way gacha games are traditionally made. Maybe it's the file size of these events that would be too big. Either way, missing out on these can be a real bummer. There's events where they even programmed an entire rhythm game, where you get to play instruments to the game's OST. Our first time playing one of these, we got Canarus score, 100% no notes missed on every song available and on all the difficulties. As of recording the script, we did the same thing for the recent Iridescence Tour event with Ito. We weren't playing around, but the other songs were all exclusive to other events. Even different types of rhythm games were once available to play and were super fun, challenging, and nuanced. Or so we believe. We didn't play all these other ones, we're just looking at a wiki. Which is how half the Genshin players are gonna end up experiencing half of these limited events. And it's not just rhythm games, but we do love the rhythm games. Genshin Impact is actually what turned us on to rhythm games in the first place, and now we're in love with them.
Yeah.
But Genshin also has prop hunt, stealth missions, puzzle games, dungeon level creators, drink mixing, boat battles, challenge events that let you test out a bunch of characters, scavenger hunts, sniper elite, Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments, Pokemon battles, and a bunch more. There's just so much game in this game. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't play the limited events, because each only lasted like 2 weeks or so. We love Genshin Impact, we really do. But the nature of the limited events rides on the fear of missing out, and that sucks. We get that this is a live service free-to-play game, and we are grateful that it's filled with tons of content, but you don't always have the time to sit and play these events. And sometimes you might want to play other games, or watch movies, or go out, or anything. And in case you haven't noticed, a bunch of these cutscenes and gameplay you see in the background are from limited events that you can't play anymore. Yeah, these aren't just little side quests. Some have fully rendered cutscenes and story arcs. Half of them feel like entire interlude chapters, and the other half, while having a little less lore, are fun and creative and have tons of minigames. It's sad to say that we may never get to play these events and games we missed. And it's even sadder to think that new players will come onto this game with hundreds of hours of content removed. But there is hope. Remember when we said that Hoyoverse knows what we want? Yeah, that wasn't a lie. A Hoyoverse spokesperson had an interview with IGN a while back, and had this to say regarding the Genshin community's desire to revisit the events we missed. With limited time seasonal events, we want to show players how the world of Teyvat and each character have changed over time. Even if events return, there will be changes to the characters, stories, and gameplay relevance. We are considering the issues you mentioned and may have new ideas in the future. So we know that Hoyoverse is listening to our cries of wanting to replay past events. We just don't know how this could be implemented, or so we thought. We mentioned earlier that Honkai Star Rail lets you play the past events you missed. Well, this is thanks to their feature called Conventional Memoirs, in which you can go to your menu and access the past events from previous version updates. Now, not every single limited event is able to be replayed, but the ones that are, a lot of the lore-filled, character-driven ones, those stay. You won't have to worry about the fear of missing out, and this is what Genshin Impact and hopefully Zenless Zone Zero will implement soon. Luckily, we have an idea of how Hoyoverse can make this happen, and it's all thanks to Prince the Cat and the existence of the Genius Invocation TCG! Specifically where you unlock this new mode. To unlock this mode, you need to complete the quest Battlefield of Dice, Cats, and Cards. And this takes place here at the Cattails Tavern in the city of Mondstadt. Cat's Tail. Cat's Tail? Yeah, Cat's Tail. You said Cattails. Oh, I didn't. Hey, Tails! At the Cattails... Oh, you're right. It's... At the Cat's Tails Tavern in the city of Mondstadt. Cat's Tail, not Cat's Tails. I did it right! You said Cat's Tails! Okay, we'll try again. It's not Tails! Hey, Tails! Stop it. Stop it. At the Cat's Tails Oh my god, want me to read it for you?
No, I can do it.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
Oh.
Okay.
And this takes place here, at the Cat's Tail Tavern in the city of Mondstadt. If you've been playing Genshin long before they added duel monsters, then you know that we've already been here before. Well, only outside of it anyway. All you could do before was walk around it, watch the cats outside, and... Jean, this isn't right. So now we can go inside. And we can have a chat with Prince, who's the TCG master, according to Shuyun anyway.
The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's every play, and he has no choice but to rely on me to communicate with everyone. I am merely Prince's lowly assistant, that's all.
Sure, buddy. And we get to see Diona again. It's been a while.
I'm Diona. Disclaimer. What?
And we get, it's Diona.
Diona.
It's Diona.
Diona.
It's Diona.
Diona.
It's Diona.
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 Diona. And we get to see Diona again. It's been a while. Nice to see you again too. You see, Hoyoverse could have easily just made this new mode accessible from the menu without adding a series of side quests or a location tied to it. But they didn't. Instead, they chose to utilize multiple characters and finally let us explore an established area we were always curious about.
Why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius Invocation TCG anyway? All it does is encourage more people to come to the bar for a drink.
Because it's a fun and creative way to introduce a new game mode, Diona. Anyways, this got us thinking. Is it possible that Hoyoverse could add new modes in the future? And if they did, could they use characters and previously established locations into that to introduce it, like they did with the TCG? I mean, hey, the entire Serenity Teapot function was like this too. A new feature where you can create your own home and decorate it. And this mode was introduced through a quest in Liyue with characters like Madame Ping and Yanfei. After realizing this, some dots in our minds started to connect. We've actually seen some interesting locations in Genshin before, where they introduced some even more interesting mechanics that, although we're not fully explored, could be the basis for a new game mode. One that lets you play past events. Let us explain. To get the gist of this, we need to take a trip to genius astrologist Mona Magistus.
The hunt begins.
Here we are! For those of you who haven't found out, this is the home of Mona. There's actually a really special looking seal here in front of the door before she moves in, almost as if Hoyoverse wanted to make this location have more significance. And just like the cat's tail before the TCG, we can't go inside. Or can we? That's right, Mona's home is not only coded in the game, but we got to see it for ourselves during the aforementioned Summer Fantasia event. That event really had it all.
Look how cozy and full of books this place is. This book costs 990,000 mora.
990,000 mora? Hey, that's super expensive!
What are we doing in my house?
Hey Mona, we just had to drop by and ask a few questions, specifically about the little toy box you invented. You don't remember? It was a toy box with a very interesting mechanic. Well then, allow us to jog your memory. It was back during the Shadows in Motion event, back in August 2023. This wasn't in the base game. Oh no, this was a small web event you could only access through Hoyoverse. Genshin has had a ton of these little events in the past, but this one holds the key to something potentially huge. You see, in this little event, you visit Mona's house and find a strange-looking toy box with a letter from Mona next to it. The letter explains how this toy box contains miniaturized landscapes with the collected sites and places you've been throughout your journey. And when you open the box, you get taken to a menu with multiple time capsule-like icons, each containing a region inside. Paimon even mentions how she can hear strange sounds from the nearby shrubbery. This toy box is able to capture memories of places you visited and completely recreates them with sights and sounds. That's such a crazy concept. I mean, look how shocked the traveler looks. Mona, we don't know how you invented this, but this could be the start of something beautiful.
This was ordained by fate. Long had I foreseen it.
Just imagine if this was the basis for a mode that brings back events of the past. You could walk into Mona's house and interact with the toy box, and it could update every time a new event comes and goes. And it's in Mondstadt, so new players could have access to this new mode right away. Even though this was a small web event minigame where you just take pictures of scenery, the fact that they tied this together with an invention created by Mona, and the fact that Mona's house is already programmed into the game, and the fact that this device introduces a mechanic where you revisit past locations, that means something! At least we believe it does. But this is only one of the methods we discovered that may hint at bringing back past events. For the next method, we must venture to the cliffs of Liyue to find Cloud Retainer, and her esteemed Serene shines with a gleam dream machine. Onward!
I don't usually have spare time for such activities.
Are you coming or not?
A change of pace once in a while isn't such a bad thing.
This is Mount Outsong, Cloud Retainer's Adobe. She's the
Abode, not Adobe Premiere.
Cloud Retainer's Abode. She's the sassy crane and mother of Ganyu and Shenhe, who now takes the human form called Xianyun.
Ugh, what a dreadful racket.
Cloud Retainer, we need to talk.
Yeah.
Wow!
One would first inquire as to the reason behind your visit here.
It's about that invention you showed us a while back.
Is that so?
And just to preface, we'll be going into minor spoiler territory for Xianyun's story quest, but don't worry, we won't spoil the whole plot, or the special NPCs tied to it, or the ending, but we will be talking about this device right here, and showing a little bit of the cutscene, but the non-spoiler heavy bits. So, if you played Xianyun's story quest, then you know that after meeting her in her human form for the first time, we later get introduced to a strange device on the table. This device is known as
the suspensus somnium mechanism.
Thank you. And it can also
It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
Yes, and it can
and
even
of
go.
course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
This device, the suspensus somnium mechanism, could be the key to bringing back past limited events. In the event, Xianyun uses it and the traveler drifts off to sleep. They see many things like Mondstadt and the stars and Liyue and that one lady who sells toys and kites, and we are cropping this in the best way we can to not show spoilers. Listen. The fact is, this mechanism has the ability to allow us to relive and experience memories and fantasies, and that is huge. Let us paint the picture for you. Just imagine this. Xianyun, what you've invented could be such a fun way to explore the events we missed. It could be a permanent addition to the game where you come up here, interact with the device, and boom, you get to drift off to sleep as you replay the past events. And it would work lore-wise too, because it's just reliving all the experiences the traveler already went through, meaning you, the player, can experience the things you never went through. Between Mona's toy box and Xianyun's suspense insomnia mechanism, Hoyoverse has a lot of ways they could implement a system in which you could play the limited events you missed. Both are fun and creative concepts that could be made into quest lines to add this as a permanent mode, like they did with the Invocation TCG. If you're a current or brand new player, chances are you've missed a lot of really cool events. And we can't exactly say for sure whether or not this could become an actual reality, but we're gonna keep holding on to hope that one day, we could find out why Ayaka is packing hate! Like, is this a movie she's in with Farina directing? Oh, this looks so cool! Hoyoverse, please bring this event back! I'm gonna go crazy!
Embrace the ice!